Tonight is a funeral for the Knicks season, going down in flames in Indiana versus the Pacers, back-to-back years, and going out like a bunch of suckers. And if there's one word to describe the Knicks' play in this series, stupid. Stupid turnovers, stupid fouls, just stupid all around. And it hurts to say that. It really does. The Knicks outscored points off turnovers, 34-13. Oh, but it gets worse. It gets worse for you Knicks fans. Myself a Knicks fan included, obviously. The Knicks. Pacers outscored the Knicks by 79 points off turnovers. 140-61. Tied for the second largest differential in a playoff series. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Josh Hart, atrocious. Horrible in this series. And I love Josh Hart. Huge Josh Hart fan. Not this series. And don't give me Karl Anthony Towns' box score tonight. He was minus 17. And it gets better. OG Anunoby, minus 15. Mitchell Robinson, who's been fantastic this series, this playoff run, minus 18. Jalen Brunson, minus 18. Mikal Bridges, minus 17. Those were the Knicks starters tonight in the plus-minus differential. You go to Indiana starters. Siakam, plus 25. Nesmith, plus 13. Turner, plus 11. Halliburton, plus 24. And Nembhard, who had Jalen Brunson in a straitjacket. Straitjacket tonight, plus 25. There's your story when it came to the series. This Knicks team, who before the season was built, looking back now, built to beat the Boston Celtics. Mission accomplished. They weren't built to beat the Indiana Pacers. And again, it pains me as a diehard Knicks fan to say that. It pains me. An embarrassing second half of the Knicks, who were down 4 at the half. Down 4. Outscored in the second half, 67-54, and it wasn't even that close. Third quarter again, does the Knicks in. How many times this series did the Knicks score a basket and 2 Pacers were wide open on the other end? How many times the Knicks missed the basket, didn't get back on defense? How many times Karl Anthony Towns on a pick and roll is on vacation? How many times Jalen Brunson dribble into traffic, turning it over? And I love Jalen Brunson. Love him. Everybody knows. Awesome. Resurrected this Knicks team. This organization. Put the team on his back. He was horrible tonight. Came out firing. He was horrible in the second half. I'm literally shaking. Again, this is a first for me, so welcome. We're going to go through this together. Down 4 at the half. Down 4 at the half. I was feeling good at halftime. Watched the game with my guy, Anthony Gallo. Shout out to Gallo. He'll be on after me. The third quarter, again, bad. Next thing you know, you look up, Knicks down 15. How many times under this coach this happens for this Knicks team? Regardless of who's wearing the uniform. I could be wearing the uniform. Paulie Rosenberg could be wearing the uniform. Steve Summers, who I've met for the first time, could be wearing a Knicks uniform. It doesn't matter. Under this coach, they come out of the half almost every single night, and they stink it up in the third quarter. Stink it up. I cannot believe the way the second half went. Cannot. Backs against the wall. This team all season, just when we count them out, they do what they did in Game 5. Well, Game 6 happened, and the season is over. And I know we're going to say, let's get rid of this guy, let's get rid of that guy. This is not the time to do it. How many wide open threes did the Indiana Pacers have? Was that Thomas Bryant or Kobe Bryant with wide open threes? Wide open threes. Obi Toppin, who could have hit the side of a barn as a Knick from 3. Wide open draining threes. How many? Wide open threes. Remember the first half of the season, the Knicks were one of the worst against a three-point shot. Came back to haunt them in this series. Wide open threes. Stupid turnovers and points off turnovers. After 3 quarters, it was 30-6 points off turnovers. The Knicks bench, listen, Shamet got his praise in Game 5. DeLon Wright, they played their asses off. They played their asses off. Nothing to what the Pacers have. Nothing to what they brought off the bench. The Knicks got punched in the mouth in the second half and were fighting uphill all game, all half long. And now you look back at Game 1. You look back at Game 1, a game they should have won, and they choked it away. That was the series. They could have been up 1-0 with some room to play around with. Down 3-1. Only 13 teams have come back down 3-1. The Knicks will now be one of them. Now what, Knicks fans? How are you feeling? Are you upset? Are you pissed off like I am? Are you disappointed? Let's go to Robbie and Lennox. Robbie on the fan.
Hey Al, what's going on?
I've seen better days, man.
Let me tell you, Al. I told you I saw the last Knicks championship in 1973. The game has changed a lot for me. Let's go over some things tonight in this game, okay? I mean, I could talk about Game 1 till I'm blue in the face, Al, because to me, it was the dumbest 2 minutes and 32 seconds I've ever seen in 54 years of watching basketball, all right?
Amen.
First of all, again, I'll say this a million times, the Knicks had only gone to the paint inside 10 more times for 20 more points. They would have won the game. But what do they do? Launch 32 ridiculous shots and make 9 of them. So the 3-point shots were a disaster today. 65% from the foul line. Again, next year, here's my suggestion, and see if you like this idea, okay? What if Leon Rose goes out and says, let's get a real natural point guard with no disrespect to Jalen Brunson, okay? Jalen Brunson is a really good offensive player, but Jalen Brunson doesn't make anybody else better on the court, okay? No offense to him, but he has to learn how to be a distributor, facilitator, okay? Al, this is the problem with this guy. So my suggestion, if I'm Leon Rose, go out and get a true point guard. Let Jalen come off the bench and give you instant offense. I love Vinny Johnson right away.
Robbie, no, I can't. No.
Okay, go ahead. Give me some nice. Oh, wait, how about this one? You get Deuce, and you play Deuce with Brunson. They need a pure point guard. He's not
Robbie, let me hold on a second.
Go ahead.
Brunson this year averaged 26 points a game and 7 assists a game. That was 8th in the league. That's distributing. Is it his fault that he's got a bunch of guys around him that don't show up in big spots? It's not his fault. The man put the team. The man put the team on his back for how many years? How many years he put the team on his back? A 30-piece, a 40-piece, putting up numbers that Michael Jordan was putting up in the playoffs.
I'm not disagreeing with you. Look, he's a good player, and I've had this conversation with lots of guys on the fan. I had it with Joe, with a whole bunch of guys. All right, and I understand. Look, Brunson's a great offensive player, and he has carried a team. I agree with you there. Okay. He's only 6'2". He's never going to be a great defensive player. It's not that he doesn't try hard on the court, but it's guys like Karl-Anthony Towns and Bridges, and OG showed up tonight. But Cat can dominate. Why the hell can't you get the ball inside? Stop taking a damn effing free.
Robbie, trust me, I know the feeling with Karl-Anthony Towns. How many of these first halves has he put up single digits? How many times in the first quarter he put up Dunkin' Donuts with no sprinkles on them? How many times? How many times? It's gotten so bad. It got so bad that the TNT broadcast had to call him out on his fouls. For him to realize how many games into the season, I got to be better. No one wants to hear that. Just do it. Just do it. I'm sick of him holding his knee, holding his toe, holding his finger, grabbing his head, holding his earlobe, holding his eyelashes. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. It's mind-numbing. It drives you crazy. It drives you crazy. The guy is the dumbest, most skilled big man in NBA history. He does what he does in the fourth quarter the other night, and then he does this crap. That's why people say what they say about him. When his head's in the right place, when he's playing a smart game, he's unstoppable. The problem is, Again, he is the dumbest, most skilled big man in NBA history. Let's go to Chris in Monmouth County. Chris, you're on the fan.
Yo, Al, nice talking to you. We spoke like a couple months ago. I got a couple things here. I'm going to go off for a minute.
Go ahead.
First, I'm a disappointed Knicks fan, Al. Love the Knicks. Brunson has made us who we are. You can't get a bad game. He was locked up. He was chippy today with Nemhart. That was fine. I don't care about that. Real quick, two things before I go to the next point. The broadcast again is sick. I can't even watch it with Stan Van Gundy and Reggie and the puking love for the Pacers. It is disgusting. I can't take it at all. And they're gonna puke over OKC, Doris Burke. Sheridan Alexander, like the Pope, like King Alexander. And then, I'm sorry, Halliburton, he is the best playground player in the NBA I've ever seen. Stop saying he's a superstar. Stop saying he's unbelievable. The guy makes key shots, not a superstar. Again, I'll say it to you, I'll say it the last time. The Knicks need shooters off the bench and Cat, where are you? You are so dumb with all your stupid fouls and passes.
Yep.
We are playing to lose. We were there. Yeah, game one sucked. We lost. But we were there. We could have made it to game 7 tonight. 4 points down. Play to win. It is so frustrating. And as a Knicks fan, I'm 48. You and I both know this doesn't come around often. Now we got to fight through an invigorated Celtics team with whether or not Tatum is there, a new Sixers. You think Cleveland's going away? You think this Indiana team's going away? And I like Hart, whatever he said. Hart needs to, I'm going to tell you right now, and I'll tell me if you agree. When Hart got cut in the eye, something changed with his game.
I would not be shocked. Thanks for the call, Chris. If we find out he had something wrong with his head, I would not be shocked. He got hit multiple times hard in the head. Hard. Just really, really hard fouls. And it's funny watching this stupid broadcast. When the Pacers got fouled, oh, that's a flagrant one. Josh Hart gets fouled, they don't call flagrant. Reggie Miller, oh, thank you for bringing playoff basketball back. Shut your face, Grandma. This year, there's no way to put a positive spin on this. There's none. None. And like I said last week when I jumped the gun prematurely, down 55-35, that anybody who tries to put a positive spin on this can kiss my ass. Well, I'm doubling down. Anyone that tries to put a positive spin on this can kiss my ass. Straight up. Straight up. I don't care who you are. Tonight, last night, now that it's past midnight, you are down 4 at the half. 4 at the half. And you come out like that in the third quarter, again, those are the two biggest things with me when it comes to this coach. And I'm not going to sit here and say fire him. Because I don't have the answer to replace him. I really don't. You want to bring in an inexperienced Johnny Bryant? That's the guy that people are going to want to say. That's the hot candidate. That's what people are going to mention. Because he was here last year. So I can see that happening for the Knicks. Knicks fans saying that one. But besides Thibodeau. Before Tibbs, the Knicks were a joke. Besides a little blip, Mike Woodson. Little blip. Besides that, 2.5 decades of bad basketball. Non-winning basketball. I went over the rosters when he beat the Celtics to move on. Bad basketball. Bad players, bad coaches, bad GMs, just bad. Bad. So, the coach can only do so much. It's up to the players to deliver. When you have your second best player, your first and second best player can't be the worst defensive players on the court. You can't have it. You can't. I'm sorry. Mitchell Robinson, fantastic defensively, liability on offense. It's going to be a real interesting offseason, I'll tell you that. Let's go to Nick in Portland. You're on the fan.
Gentlemen, what's going on? I appreciate you taking my call. Permission to just vent for a second.
The floor is yours.
No, I appreciate that, guys. I'm an expat. I work in Portland, Oregon. I'm from Yonkers originally, but I'm devastated. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know how to express words right now. But I'm just, you know what? Also, I'm proud of the team overall for what they did this year. We didn't get that far, but I think we need to have perspective in some ways of saying You know, yeah, we didn't accomplish what we were trying to do, but at the same time, we got here, and I think next year is going to be a different journey. So I just want to provide, you know, your listeners and everyone else, and you guys do a great job, which is, hey, we're running back, man. We're going to do it again. But I'm devastated. I'm heartbroken, and I appreciate you guys taking my call. I'm also a Jets fan, so, you know, we have that to look forward to.
Oof.
I know. But you know what?
I got it, right? Yeah, I got it. All right, cool. You were doing good, Nick. It happens.
We're having a little sympathy for you, and then you did that. And all right.
It happens. All good.